Welcome back. In this two-parter, we'll be going through what it takes to redo one of my favorite classic Japanese cars, my 71 Toyota Celica. I've been buying some, again, because it's me, I've been buying some horrible, cheap, not so good fitting fiberglass parts, and we'll be putting these on the car, and I'll go through the process and show you how to make them fit ish. So first of all, get all your measurements done as always. I'm using some blocks of wood to get this thing spoiler into the shape that I want it to fit. Then I'm making some brackets because this spoiler comes without anything, so it's pretty hard to fit without any brackets. My plan is to use these metal strips. I'm gonna fiberglass on there and make them contour with the line of the boot. Put in some threaded lug nuts and be done with it. So this measurement needs to stay the same all over the spoiler, and I've actually got that right now. So I'm just marking up where I want the holes for the bolts. And obviously it's much easier drilling and tapping those before you fiberglass anything in, because fiddling around with it too much is probably going to break some of the fiberglass off. So this is basically the setup that I want, where I want it. So scuffing everything up with a 60 grit, 40 grit, I don't know, but just make sure that it's scuffed up really good, because you need it to bond the fiberglass. And fiberglassing some the first layer, just getting it on the old wing, and then putting on. I ended up putting on four layers of some thick mat, and this is not gonna be like forever, but it is a pretty strong bond, and it's better than gluing them on. So this is the next day. I hope it's cured. It seems solid, and when I can remove these blocks of wood and nothing moves, it confirms that everything is set and held into place. So the measurement for the wing, the way I want it to fit, should be spot on. 13.2 millimeters, I think. And the ends, and something like 14 in the middle. So this is just roughly fitted on the car, just held on, but you get the idea. This is also where I got my measurement from. You can see the two lines on the boot. That's where I drew up where I wanted it to fit, so I just press it down, put on a measuring tape, and that angle and the length will give you the length that you need when you are fitting it up. So this is on the car. Just fit it to see how it looks. And obviously it's going to be painted. So okay, onto this thing. Both these things were bought together on the good old eBay. I'm not really sure about if you can get anything that will fit correctly. I haven't really seen any. Sorry. So I'm just gonna do as I always do some more fiberglass work. Lovely. This is the front cowl taken off the car. I need to match the lines and the holes to be able to fit this in the place. So this is just held up with tape. basically where I want it to sit, but there's a few issues. The lines doesn't really match the way they should, so I end up pulling the entire front of the car, setting it up in the garage with the angles that it has on the car, just to give you a representation of how bad it is. Normally I would have just chopped the front spoiler, Airdam, chin, whatever you want to call it, and fiberglassed it to where I needed it to be. But this will be pretty visible as it's up against fog lights and a lot of other stuff. So to make sure that it's not gonna stand out, I've decided to actually modify my fenders instead. And this being a 71 celica, it actually has fiberglass front fenders. So it will be, you know, not so good if you want to refit the original cowl, but it's in all cases doable. But I want the symmetry and the good looks from the spoiler, and not having it sit crooked as it would if I just cut it and glassed it back on. So redoing the wings, started by just putting one layer up against this tape mold I made. It's a good way to just get the shape that you want, then set it back up and confirm that it's in the ballpark. Then I go ahead and remove all the overhang and whatnot from the inside of it. That'll give you a pretty thin layer of fiberglass, but it's in the right place and it's in the right shape. Then you can just build off from that. So this is the very thin new line that will be at anchoring point for the Airdam. So I need to build some strength into this. So again, on gloves and masks and getting all this good stuff on there. And the other side. I think I ended up doing like 3 layers, something like that, before I was happy with it, because this needs to take the entire weight and the force of the front wing when you drive. So this needs to have some strength to it. This is fiberglassed on both sides. And here you can see how much of a difference on the wings. It actually extends like almost a full centimeter up top. So this is not finished all the way, but the lines are there and it fits. So the wing and this front spoiler can be painted. Well, at first I just need to do a little filler work because yeah, cheap fiberglass parts. Alright, ready for paint. I'm gonna be priming these with a plastic primer first. So apply a good layer of that. That actually needs to be rubbed off. Don't know why. Then putting on some filler and some color. And I did a little trick spraying the clear. As you can see, it's really not that uniform and it is not completely clear, but remember the car's 51 years old, the paint is as old, and it's not really looking that good. A red Toyota, those of you who have red Toyotas know the deal. So I actually managed, I would say, to make it fit pretty good. Next time I'll be fitting overfenders. That involves a lot of cutting. Also, we'll be making a proper exhaust for the car, so stay tuned for that.